Hey, Gutfoxx here. So we're gonna play the game and give our thoughts so far on the tech test, kind of like a inside the mind of Fox, while we play a little bit of the event. So that was my lineup. You guys saw let's go to Yankee Stadium because they got some sweet lefties. July 1 p.m. So tech test. What about my overall thoughts on it? It feels like it's basically 21. There is some new features like I talked about in a couple videos ago with the anchoring of the PCI. And like, obviously a couple others, and we'll see more obviously with the gameplay reveal that they're gonna do in like 2 weeks here. But I don't know if they've held anything back. We lost some maybe legends or gained some more legends. They're going to do reveals, I saw on Twitter. But overall, like the hitting system, a lot of what we've seen, I think it's due to it's really not a next gen game, right? Like they're actually bringing on more previous gens. I think the Nintendo Switch is more of like a PS4, Xbox One type of hardware than a PS5 and Xbox Series X. So the game, realistically, it's on the last engine. The graphics aren't going to improve greatly. We see this. I guess nobody's queuing up for events right now. I think the biggest frustration of the 21, a lot of that still carries over to this year's game, right? I think between fielding maybe being a bit too good, and obviously we're using end game cards in the events. I played BR, and I think fielding's better because we got slower guys out there. Who do we want to run? Let's run Oral since he's got a sinker. We're not going to run an outlier, but we'll probably face an outlier guy here. Unless I've seen some Otanis going against me because people like the cover athlete. We're going against Burns, so we're going against an outlier sinker. This should be fun. You guys can watch me struggle, especially since I haven't really played MLB the last month or so. So I think that's like the biggest frustration is that, right? Like fielders too fast in the outfield. I think their acceleration needs to be tuned a bit. And that it's basically like it feels a lot like old last gen Madden, where like guys, it's very arcadey out there. So if they could like tune that down maybe a little bit, get some sort of like, I know, baseball, they have the stat tracking stuff of people in the outfield, maybe do a little bit better like that. Maybe I don't know if they can do it for this year's game, but maybe next year slow down the acceleration. Wow, look at how small that PCI is here. All right, what are we playing on? Is this All-Star? I don't even know what this event is. And then we have that still. So Xbox, my Xbox specifically, I think it suffers a lot more than other people's Xboxes and disconnects. So I've been playing on Xbox. This was a major issue for me in 21. I don't know if it's my machine or if it's the servers, because some people have this problem, and I've heard other people don't have that same problem. Is this gonna show? Wait. Why does my L show up? It's not showing an L. Maybe I gotta wait like a minute for that L to show. But I guess I'll just boot into another game. So yeah, servers are still finicky. And I don't think only one problem. There's still freeze-offs going on. It's the major issues, right? Like the biggest issue in the game is like when you just can't play it, right? And that's the thing that people hate the most. Well, I guess we'll go to Hershiser since we didn't use him at all. Fielding. I think one of the bigger frustrations I feel like for players playing this and trying to play like a more, I don't know, competitively focused. Although like I hate focusing on comp in video games. I think it's the dumbest thing lately for sports games. Like, oh, it's got to be comp. But it does need to make sense, right? I think that even with like the changes, now we're facing a lefty, huh, Robbie Ray? With the changes to the game, they put a competitive game mode into the game last year. I feel like it's still too easy to hit the ball out of the strike zone. Now, I know there's that new feature that they shrunk your PCI out of the strike zone. I don't feel like it does enough, though, right? I feel like even though the ball's outside of the strike zone, or how we race pitch again, fastball, slider, knuckle change, even though it shrinks when it goes outside the strike zone, oof, nice slider. I feel like it's still not good enough, as like there's too many cheap hits, like that's going to get out right to the glove. Dang, I'm behind it. Nice. 94-mile-per-hour fastball getting past me. All right, honest way, dude. Let's see what we can do here. And wow. Dang. I feel like I barely hit that one. I feel like that should have been a rocket, right? Like down middle PCI. It's fine going right to the second base, and that makes sense. It was 100 off the bat. 100's okay. Contact hitters like Honest Wagner, I feel like need to be a little bit more viable too. I'm a little fast. Nice changeup. So that's kind of a feeling. Like perfect, I feel like needs to be rewarded really well. Like I know they have like a 85% chance of success to get hits and whatnot, but almost like perfect should be rocketed up to like 95 because like it's a video game. It's on competitive settings. I missed that one. That one's an out. It's on competitive settings. So like I feel like perfect inputs should be rewarded perfectly. Now, you can see, you know, obviously that's baseball, right? Line drive sometimes finds players mitts and stuff, and I get that counter argument. It's just sometimes like because like 85%, you can get multiple perfects, especially in like a BR game that's only 3 innings. Like you can line out like 7 times and lose, and it's so frustrating as a player, right? Even on competitive game mode. Like if that's simulation, that makes sense to me. Right? Simulation is 100% all about the effery. Pitching itself, now that I'm pitching, I messed up my inputs. I like that it's maybe not as easy as last year, but I still think guys with low control, it might be a little too easy to keep the ball on the black. The thing is like curveballs, it's weird, like it depends what pitch it is, right? Curveballs just like randomly hang still. Or miss them, but like I know their par is bigger, whatever. But like if you like miss the sinker one by a lot, I feel like the sinker is still really accurate. I think bunting. So you saw him miss that bunt right there with Henderson, but I think I've seen guys out of the strike zone bunt and get a hit. I think if you bunt, like they gotta fix bunting for next year. Oh no, Ricky's on base. Yeah. If they fix bunting next year, they got to make it so that way, like, you got to match your PCI up with the ball in order to get a bunt hit. I think that's just an absolute need. All right, let's see. He probably stealing second pitch, you guys think? Let's throw a sinker. Quick throw it. Okay, no, he didn't steal that one. Maybe here's the steal. Let's throw the sinker, but high. Thought we were going to get a steal there. All right. Anyways, looks like he's keeping Ricky. So we'll just let him... Oof, ahead of that one. So yeah, bunting I still think needs a nerf. I'm surprised they didn't really adjust it. The guys that I saw trying to bunt against me. Oh gosh, I thought that was gonna be a home run. I hung that slider. Although, like, I've seen that stuff. Still. All right. Oof, he's falling off everything. I will say, like, I've seen in games, not necessarily this guy right here, so you're not seeing a good example of it, but guys being very early on balls, very outside the zone. What's his timing right there? They also took the PCI away. He's early on a ball, down and in. There is I feel like a fair too much amount of very early, very lates on balls wildly outside the strike zone that get fouled off. And I know this is all-star, so fouls happen more, but like this is like a 15 pitch at bat. How long is this one? A 9 pitch at bat. And he's very late on an inside cutter and fouled it off. I mean, like, I get it. It's Ken Griffey Jr., 119 contact. That makes sense. But at a certain point, we need to just let him swing through that stuff. Early on a slider in the dirt. Let's run a sinker here. He's probably going to hit this out of the park. There we go. Yeah, I guess only way to check him out is get him looking, right? If they swing at all, it's going to be a foul ball. So there needs to be more swing through pitches, I feel like, in this game. And it's a little frustrating to, like, especially ones that, like, miss your PCI. You can still feel, I know that's what the outer PCI is for, but the outer PCI feels like a little too generous. If they could shrink it up, ooh, nice knuckle. If they could shrink that up a little bit, I feel like that's a good idea. Oh, man, I'm not ready. I'm not here. I got to drink my coffee and get my caffeine stream going. Blood in a bloodstream? Ew. More like caffeine stream is what I need to go. All right. Jimmy Fox, my namesake. Let's get it. Nice changeup. Bay caught me slipping. So those are like the problems I'm seeing so far. It's a lot of the same stuff. Hey, look at that. Being behind a fastball. I mean, that makes sense. I think that's a good outcome. 21's hitting system, I don't think was terrible, but I definitely think it still needs to be tuned a little bit more, especially with the problems, like I said, about foul balls, out of the strike zone shit. Nice hold up. Oh my God, I thought I swung at that one. That was a god tier check swing, Mookie. Change up down the middle. How am I not like just seeing that? I think it's a little harder to like do a talkie while I'm playing. What else? Yeah, people have been talking about pitching being a little bit more random. The par size is definitely bigger. The par size is definitely bigger on pitching. But I don't feel like it's that much more random than last year. Please get through there. Yeah. Darn it. How fast did I hit that one? We advanced the runner. That's good baseball. That one was hit 100 miles per hour. That's 200 mile per hour grounders that we've had second baseman snatch your lives away with. It makes, I mean, see, like, outcomes are pretty good. Outcomes are good, like, I feel like 90% of the time, outcomes are fine. It's that last 10% that we need to, like, I don't know, tighten up a little bit. But yeah, I kind of want to show this. Maybe we'll do it, like, I'll do a final impressions on the test after I've played it a lot more. Oh, yeah, I completely missed that ball and got a single. Luke Gehrig at 123 contact. And, like, maybe I should play more BR. I've played a few BRs. And, I mean, I completely missed the ball. I don't know how that was a hit. That's what I'm talking about is, I didn't even get my PC on. Is that just like the, because, like, this game's not designed for 123 contact? And maybe that's a problem. Chipper Jones, is that gone home? Yeah, ET go home. Good job, Chipper. And that might also be a problem. Is like these superstar cards late in the year make the gameplay a little bit worse. Where I probably should have swung through. My God, he's killing me with those middle fastballs or changeups. I'm sitting fastball, and he's throwing the off speed stuff, and I'm getting messed up. All right, let's see it and hit it. I actually don't know why I was swinging with Hershiser. I forgot that I'd pitch on the mound. Yeah. So living on the dot when you're pitching a little bit, and not even like, I'm talking about like when I was in BR, I was seeing like silvers live on the black, and like that's not how the game should be. Like Hershiser, like curveballs just like randomly go. So curveballs are like super dangerous. But like other pitches, maybe they need to tighten them up. But like curveballs themselves, people talk about them being a little sharper. I've seen some feedbacks. I haven't really noticed anything too much out of curveball sharpness. I thought before from 20 to 21, curveballs kind of got a little sharper. But this year it feels very similar to 21 with how the pitches break. I was hoping for a little bit more change to pitches. Maybe more like individual pitchers have certain pitch breaks that are different than other ones. Now I know like pitch motions definitely play an effect on how pitches break and stuff, which is kind of cool. But I don't know if they could give like Randy Johnson his own sort of custom stuff outside of like the, you know, the 99 break scale. If they give him a you know, basically look at how, and this obviously like, the Pitch FX predated his career, to my knowledge. Or sorry, his career predated Pitch FS. Pitch FX. I can speak sometimes. So, it is what it is. I think it's still also a sinker cutter game. Sinker's up in the zone, if you'll notice, like I talked about in the 2 videos ago. Up in the zone, their PCI, you see that stuff, that par is much bigger than down in the zone. But I still think, even with a bigger par, I still think sinkers are the best pitches in the game. The arm side run of them, and it's just like IRL sinkers have a decent arm side run. I like what they're doing to nerf them high in the zone. But I think it's still going to be, you're going to want a sinker kind of pitcher. Sinkers are just that good. They kind of look like off speed out of the hand cutters. So we do kind of need a little bit of an engine overhaul, I feel like, with some of this stuff, because sinkers oftentimes, God, I'm so bad right now. Oh my, he's hanging sliders like crazy, and I'm trash. I don't know, I'm sitting fastball and trying to think of all this stuff. Yeah, so I've also noticed a lot more circle changes in the game, and circle changes are really nice because they have an arm side break. Because a lot more guys IRL, a lot of guys IRL do throw circle changes versus straight changes, so it makes sense to switch them over. Circle changes I feel like are better than straight changes because they have that arm side run like a sinker. My opponent's just like hanging pitches. I talked about living on the black, but my opponent, he don't care. He's throwing it down the gut. Whoa! Chin music. So let me know what you guys think about the tech test so far. I'm seeing a lot of the things that I'm talking about. I don't think, also, one thing I didn't talk about is perfect. You can get perfectly currently outside the zone. And so I see a lot of people talk about, yeah, you can hit the ball outside the zone. You know, Vlad Guerrero made a living out of it, but like, IRL hitting a baseball with a bat is a lot harder than matching up the PCI, especially because like outside the zone is just strictly, oh, am I gonna make this? Ken Jr. crime? I got it. Because you just slam your PCI, right? You just slam your PCI, then boom, you get a perfect outside the zone. I don't feel like it's as rewarding for skill. Oh my God, dude! I said I was sitting fastball. And he got me. I'm surprised he didn't turn 2 there. So, what else? Perfect should be disabled outside the zone. Also, I think whoever invents, is there a way to not get your PCI? Like, to have a lack of motion? Four seam slurve, sync or change. If somebody invents some way, wow, that's a really good sinker. If you can slam your PCI, but it only goes to like right here. Nice changeup. Wow. I think that person making like $10. I think people will buy that shit. So I don't know. Is there a way to digitally do that? Like only allow your PCI to go to like right here, but obviously you want to go right to the corner too, or else people dot you up. Jeez. Some good movement on Slurve. So we're seeing like the best pitchers, the craziest breaks, everything right now in this event and in casual, whatnot. So this isn't going to be how the game launches like. Wow, 102. I was not ready for that. I hope they also chill on the outlier this year. Holy crap. I was not dialed in. I was sitting off speed. I guess. Or maybe I was sitting fastball and I was just too slow anyways. Boomer has got his boomer reactions ready for this season. I guess they still scored 4, but I feel like it should have been more. I felt like I was terrible at the plate. Scored 4 even though I felt bad. It's wild. Is it going to be a hitting game again? The issue is like the game difference between like All-Star and Legend is incredible. Like the game on Legend is like a pitcher's game. The game on All-Star is 100% a hitter's game. A lot of people are talking about, I have 26 strikes, only 2 balls. A lot of people are talking about, let's do Trennan and Wagner, why not? About a universal pitch speed for online, because it would make more sense, allow people not to like be as like, what the heck? Can my opponent do that on purpose? He paused and that happened just a few seconds later. Weird. Well, anyways, that issue's still around. That's it for the video, I guess. But yeah, universal pitch speed. I don't know where I land on it. They'd have to make more playlists. We'll talk maybe about a video in the future about universal pitch speed, breaking it down, giving the pros, cons, and my final opinion on it. Right now, I haven't really thought through it too much to really want to talk about it. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about the tech test about Madden 20 or MLB 22. And, man, I hope they solve that before launch. See ya. Please like a sub. Really helps out the channel. Really helps me out. I smile. My mom stops beating me when the subs grow.